We're exploring the server manager that we created to manage servers and interact with AWS ECS. So here we have a request that the client would perform to get the current IPs of each server. So we do this GET request, we can get the IPs, and along with the number of users in the server and the maximum users. Then, pretending that we are a server, we can communicate to the server manager and let them know how many users we have. So here we'll say we have one user. And this is recorded as successful, and then we can request again the IPs, and we have a new server that has come online. Here on the ECS console on AWS is where our game servers are allocated and run according to an API interaction that we have with the cluster. The cluster is the core unit of Amazon ECS, so we have our multiplayer stealth cluster right here, which is responsible for a service, which in this case is running our main server. Now to scale up and down the number of servers that we run, we change the number of tasks. So this service is responsible for deploying tasks, and we can tell the service to increment or decrement tasks. Looking at an individual task, we see here that we have a IP address that we can connect to, which we'll do so shortly, but the container uses a base image that has all our dependencies, and then we're able to download the game server and ultimately run it. We will now discuss the server manager's ability to make AWS calls. For demo purposes, we have set up a sample call here to increment the number of game servers on AWS ECS by 1. For sake of demo, we already ran this route as it takes 1 to 2 minutes to fully finish. However, once it does, we are brought back to our familiar page here with the tasks and services, but if we refresh after running the route, we now see that there's 2 running tasks, which indicates 2 game servers. And if we can go to these tasks, we see that one right here and the other one right here. The first one and the second one should have distinct IP addresses indicating 2 different servers that the client can connect to. So here we see 54.198, and likewise here we see 54.174. Likewise here we'll discuss scaling down a server. So for demo purposes, I set up a simple route that takes down the server that I set up in the last route. So we're able to run the route, and then we're able to go here. Notice that we had 2 and 2, and then when we refresh the page, we see that instead of 2 tasks, now we see 1 running task, which of course 1 running task means 1 running game server. So we were able to scale down by 1 game server.